Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. I'm excited to share a Torah with you on the Parshios of Matos and Masei. In the very beginning of Parshat Matos, we find the concept of a woman taking a vow, and the Torah records in Perek Lamed Pasuk Yudalid, Kol neder v'chol shuas isar la'anos nafesh. If a woman prohibits something upon herself, Isha yikimenu, her husband can either give her an approval, or alternatively, the Isha yifeirenu, her husband can say, no, I disagree, even though you just took a vow to prohibit something upon yourself, I am annulling your vow, and that thing is in fact permissible to you. As opposed to Rashi, the Ramban has a very unique understanding of this halacha, and according to the Ramban, the husband is telling his wife that he doesn't want her to take a vow in a way that would negatively affect their marriage. For example, if the woman would say, maybe I don't want to wear a particular dress, that outfit, for example, is usher to me. The husband might say, you know what, I actually very much appreciate that outfit, or something along those lines. And therefore, the husband has the right to say, your vow negatively affects our marriage, and therefore I would really strongly prefer, and halachically am able to have it binding, that such a vow doesn't get off the ground. And what we learn from this Ramban is that when a person does something, not only do we have to consider what the thing does to the person who did it, but how it affected the people around them. So if a woman makes a vow, so maybe the woman thought, okay, I'm taking a vow, it's between me and God. It's, I wanna just practice a certain way, and a vow can help me get closer to Hashem. But she didn't realize that it also affected not only her relationship with Hashem, but also her relationship with her husband. And that's a very high madrega to live on, to realize when our actions don't only affect us, but our actions affect those around us. A very similar lesson, the same lesson really, is seen elsewhere in the Parsha, where the Shvatim of Reuven and Gad request for Moshe to not cross the Yarden. Famously, they ask Moshe, please let us stay on this side of the Yarden for the pasture of our animals. And Moshe responds very interestingly. Pasuk Perek Lamed Beis, Pasuk Zion. Moshe says, "Velama tiniun esleiv b'nei Yisrael." You're going to dissuade the hearts of your brothers. Me'avor es ha'aretz asher nasan lahem Hashem. Meaning, okay, Reuven and Gad, you might think that it's best for you and your animals and your family to stay on the Ever HaYarden, but by you refusing to cross the Yarden, how's that going to affect the rest of Klal Yisrael? Rashi explains, Tasiru v'timnu libam me'avor. You're going to prevent your brothers from wanting to cross the Yarden. They're now going to be scared. Sheyu svurim sh'atem yireim la'avor b'pnei ha'milchama. Your brothers, the other Shvatim, will think that you're afraid to cross the Yarden because of the impending wars. So granted, it might be the best thing for you, but you have to also think about the consequences to those around you. Parshat Masei in particular deals a lot with Eretz Yisrael, the borders of Israel, the mitzvah to conquer the land of Israel. And I believe that this idea of being more sensitive to the way our actions affect those around us is more commonly found in the culture of Israel. America praises itself on independence and autonomy, self-expression. In contrast, the Israeli culture is a lot more community-based. What can I do to support Israel? Joining the army, for example, Sheirut Liyami, and just the day in and day out is a little bit more, me'urav imabrios. The culture in Israel is somewhat more, it demands a little bit more of thinking about those around us. I remember when I was in NCSY Summer Call many years ago, there was a panel with the students. There was a boy, Yitzhak Weber, who made Aliyah, and at the time he was maybe a 10th, 11th grade, and he was asked in this panel, what's your perspective on your Aliyah experience thus far? And he said, making Aliyah allowed me to think as a member of Klal Yisrael. Meaning, when I lived in America, I thought about me. When I moved to Eretz Yisrael, I was able to think differently. I think now as a member of a tribe, as a member of a nation. And that is the madrega we should all strive to live on. We should all be zocheh to reunite in shul soon, where we are forced to think about those around us, and perhaps in the Chodesh Av that we're going to be Bavarech, Menachem Av, the ultimate tikkun to rebuild the base of Mikdash, is the opposite of Sinas Chinam, but Avas Chinam, where we're truly sensitive to those around us, and we have to realize that our actions don't only affect us, they affect those around us. We should always be zocheh to be sensitive and caring, not only to ourselves, but to our family members and our community members, and to all of Klal Yisrael. Have a wonderful Shabbos.